Be me. 37, thought I picked a good man. Married young, thought Adam was kind, steady, reliable. Turns out he was just like all men in the end. Selfish, distracted, fun dad when it suited him, absent the rest of the time. So I dumped him. Best decision I ever made, TBH. Court saw the truth, gave me the house, car, and half his properties. I earned it anyway. I was always the one holding things together. Now it's me and the kids. 2 of them, both under 13. Custody calendar stuck to the fridge, weekends shaded for Adam. The rest? Mine. I'm the default parent. The one who knows shoe sizes, doctor appointments, favorite snacks. He rolls up with ice cream few times a month and thinks he's a hero. I hate weekends, if I'm honest. The handoff feels like sending them into enemy territory. He fills their heads with nonsense. Roughhousing, sugar, silly games. Every time they come back, I have to deprogram them. Remind them of kindness, fairness, the bigger picture. Otherwise, they'll grow up thinking life's just about fun. I tell people I'm raising feminists, teaching them not to fall for toxic masculinity. I like how it feels, like armor, like proof I'm doing the work. At school pickup, I corner the other mums by the gate, say things like, if it weren't for me, this whole operation would collapse. They nod politely, laugh at the right moments, but I can tell they're just humoring me. I don't care. I like having an audience. I'm proud of what I'm building. Still, sometimes I notice my son's eyes, how they drift toward the lot when Adam pulls in late. Football rolling in the back seat. His whole face lights up like the world just changed. I tell myself he's just excited, just overstimulated. Kids get that way. But the way he bolts forward every time, try not to think about it too hard. These are my kids. My responsibility. Adam's just a guest star in their lives. When they grow up, they'll understand who raised them right. I remind myself both my boys are going to turn out different than Adam. I won't let them grow into men who think life revolves around them. I'm raising them to be better, the kind of men who listen, who bend when women need them to, who never put their own wants first. The world needs more good sons, not more selfish husbands. Sometimes I think back to Adam, how I expected him to step up, to put me first, to anticipate what I needed without me having to ask. Instead, he'd laugh it off, make excuses, act like I was demanding. That's why I left. He couldn't handle putting me before himself. My boys won't be like that. I'll make sure of it. I hate Fridays most of all. End of the week means the handoff. Adam takes them back, fills their heads with nonsense, and I'm left cleaning up after. This Friday pickup, end of the week, buzz in the air. Teachers with clipboards, kids spilling out shouting about weekend plans. Same crowd of moms, half listening while corralling their kids. My son comes out dragging his backpack, still cranky from losing at tag on the playground. I crouch down, make sure my voice carries just enough for the other parents. Sweetie, remember what we talked about? You shouldn't use words like loser or dumb. That kind of language is rooted in toxic masculinity. Expecting him to nod, maybe repeat it back, proof my lessons are sticking. He frowns, wipes his nose on his sleeve, says flat. But Dad says games are where you learn losing without crying. Then adds, like it's obvious, it's just a game. Nobody means it. The moms nearby all glance over, trying not to laugh. I freeze, coffee cup slipping a little in my hand, half spilling on the curb. I double down, raise my voice. No, honey, we don't normalize mean words. Games are where toxic behavior starts. But he just shrugs, mumbles. Dad plays tag with us all the time. He never makes it a big deal, then looks toward the lot like he's already checked out. And then I hear it. The low rumble of Adam's SUV rolling up. Hazard lights blinking like always. Football in the back seat, same casual mess. My son's head snaps up, whole face lighting up, eyes wide. I feel his little hand twitch in mine, trying to break free. Dad, he shouts, voice carrying across the lot. Yanks his hand out of mine, backpack bouncing as he sprints. Straight across the parking lane, weaving between parents. Launches into Adam's arms without a second thought. Adam scoops him up like it's the easiest thing in the world, laughing, saying, "There's my guy," like they're the only 2 people there. I stay frozen, crouched half down, my hand still reaching for air. The moms exchange glances, whispering just enough that I know it's about me. I force myself to stand tall, cheeks burning hot. My son blurts out before I can even try to spin it, "Can we go to the park? And ice cream after?" Adam just grins, ruffles his hair, says, "Of course, buddy." Casual, effortless, no lecture, no performance. And the crowd can see the difference clear as day. I tell myself they'll still see me as the responsible one. That fun doesn't last, Discipline does. But the way everyone is looking at them, not me, cuts deeper than I want to admit. For the first time, I feel it in my gut. Maybe I've already lost the stage. I feel the eyes on me, but I laugh like it's nothing, like I'm in on the joke. Oh, boys, right? They always get overexcited when they see their dad say it loud enough for everyone to hear, hoping it sounds casual. Nobody answers, just the sound of car doors slamming, zippers tugging, backpacks thudding to the ground. I can feel the silence pressing in, but I keep going, desperate to own the moment. Raise my voice, calling after him. Remember, sweetie, we'll talk later about kindness and fairness. Like if I say it louder, it'll matter. But he doesn't even look back. Already bouncing in Adam's arms, chattering about soccer and ice cream. Can we go tonight, Dad? Please? Adam just laughs, tosses the backpack into the trunk like it weighs nothing. Doesn't even glance at me. I hear one of the moms mutter under her breath, just loud enough. Guess he knows who the fun parent is. A ripple of quiet laughter spreads through the group. Nobody looks at me anymore. They're all watching Adam toss the backpack into the trunk. Weekend without the kids always drags. I try to stay busy, but the house feels too quiet. End up at a yoga class about divine feminine energy. Then a workshop on raising conscious boys, mostly just nodding along with other moms. Tell myself I'm doing important work, but the truth is I'm just killing time until I can get them back. Sunday night, finally time for the pickup. My chest tight with anticipation, like I need to undo all the damage before the week starts. I practically speed to Adam's house, tapping my fingers on the steering wheel the whole way. Get the boys back, relief washing over me when they climb into the car. We sit down for dinner, my carefully prepped quinoa bowls waiting on the table. Finally, I get to bring them back under control. But of course, I can't help myself. Start probing right away. So what did you do this weekend with Dad? They look at each other, grinning like they're sharing a secret. My oldest pipes up first, mouthful of chicken nuggets he begged me for instead of quinoa. Dad said when we pick friends, we should choose people who make us better, not worse. The younger one nods eagerly. And he said if someone pushes you around, you don't have to just take it. You can say no or walk away. I laugh nervously, try to spin it back. Well, I've told you the same thing, haven't I? But my oldest shakes his head. No, Dad says it's different. He said real friends don't make you feel small, they make you stronger. He says it so matter of fact, like it's the most obvious thing in the world. I can feel my throat tightening, my fork clinking against the plate. And what did he say about women? I'm bracing, waiting for something awful I can use against him. But instead, my youngest blurts out, smiling wide, Dad said when we grow up, we should pick women who are kind and laugh at our jokes. Not just ones who boss us around all the time. They both laugh, like it's a private joke between them and Adam. My heart pounds in my ears. I snap back sharper than I mean to. That is not how we talk about women in this house. That's toxic. That's disrespectful. But the boys just stare at me, confused, like I'm the one making it weird. Later that night, I can't sit still. Call up my girlfriends, tell them what Adam's been teaching the boys. They gasp, shake their heads, all agreeing with me. Classic male manipulation. He's trying to make himself the hero? You can't let that slide. Their words soothe me for a while, like maybe I'm not crazy, but deep down, the knot in my stomach won't go away. So the next morning, I drive straight to Adam's place. The kid's already at school, no buffer this time. He opens the door, casual as ever, hair still damp from a shower, coffee mug in hand. I don't even say hello, I just launch in. You need to stop filling their heads with this garbage. Telling them to pick women who laugh at their jokes? Are you trying to turn them into little misogynists? He just stares at me for a second, then laughs under his breath. I'm teaching them to value kindness and respect. You should be happy about that. I feel my hands clenching into fists at my sides. Respect is not letting women walk all over them. Is that what you think? My voice rising, I can hear it cracking at the edges. Neighbors probably listening, curtain twitch in the window across the street. He doesn't flinch, doesn't yell back, just shrugs, calm as ever. I want them to grow up strong. Not afraid of their own voices. His calmness just makes me snap. I spit it out before I can stop myself. You ruined my life, Adam. Do you even get that? I wasted years on you, and now I'm stuck picking up all the pieces while you just breeze in for the fun parts? He blinks, like he can't believe I said it out loud. Then he laughs, low and bitter. Ruined your life? Really? You walked away with half of everything I worked for. The house, the car, even the weekends. You see them more than I do, and you think I'm the one who lost? I open my mouth to fire back, but nothing comes out. Because the way he says it, so flat, so matter-of-fact, makes it sound undeniable, like the whole street could hear and nod along. Over the next few months, this is how things play out. A week later, parent-teacher conference night. Classroom smells like dry erase markers and hand sanitizer. Tiny chairs scraping against linoleum as parents shuffle in, one after another. Our turn, we sit down across from the teacher. She smiles polite, a folder with both boys' names printed neatly on top. I dive in first, practice tone, like I've been waiting for this. I just want to make sure my boys are learning how to treat girls right. That's the most important thing for me. They need to put women's needs first, to listen and bend when necessary. That's how they'll grow into respectful men. Teacher blinks, pen hovering over the folder, asks carefully, "Okay? And what about how they interact with their male peers?" I force a little laugh, brush it off. "Oh, boys will adjust. The real priority is raising them conscious of women's needs. We've had enough selfish men already." Adam leans back in his chair, arms folded, calm smirk tugging at his mouth, finally chimes in, voice steady. Or maybe the priority is teaching them to be decent to everyone. Boys, girls, whoever. Respect goes both ways. Teacher tilts her head. Interested? That's a good point. Kids model fairness when they see it applied broadly. If we emphasize one group over another, sometimes it backfires. I feel heat in my chest, rush to recover. Well, of course fairness matters, but men have a responsibility to step aside. I want my sons to grow up knowing they don't come first. Adam shakes his head, still calm. I want them to know they don't always come first, but also that they don't always come last. Otherwise you're not raising men, you're raising doormats. Teacher presses her lips together, clearly weighing it, then turns to Adam. So what do you think the priority should be? For them? At this age? Adam answers without hesitation. Character. Learning to handle losing, to stand up for friends, to be kind without being weak. That's what carries them through life, not memorizing who should bow first. Teacher nods slowly, scribbling something in the folder. Yes, balance, resilience, kindness, those matter, especially now. I grip my notebook tighter, throat tight. Because the way she says it, like she just picked his answer as the right one. A month later, school assembly day. Both boys on the program, both with support from different parents. I spent all week drilling the younger one on a speech I picked for him. A whole piece about diversity, equity, inclusion. Wrote half the lines myself, made him practice in front of the mirror until he groaned. He said he didn't want to do it, wanted something fun instead. I told him this was important, bigger than him. Stage lights hit his face. He grips the paper with both hands, voice shaking as he starts. Fairness means equity. Equity means justice. Everyone has to share the power. The words fall out flat. No rhythm, no spark. Parents clap politely when it ends, a few already scrolling their phones. I clap the loudest, tears pricking my eyes, telling myself this is what progress looks like. Then Adam's turn with the older one. They wander up casual, Adam with a guitar slung across his back. No speech, no paper, just a song they wrote together about friends sticking up for each other. Starts off rough, voice cracking on the first verse. But instead of pity, the crowd laughs. With him, not at him. By the chorus, kids are clapping along, even teachers swaying a little. They finish with a goofy flourish, both bowing like rock stars. The room erupts. Whistles, cheers, even a standing ovation from the back row. The kind of energy you can't fake. Teacher leans over to me, whispering with a smile, "That was wonderful, wasn't it?" I force a nod, nails digging into my palms under the table, because I know which performance everyone's going to remember. After the assembly, kids bouncing with leftover energy. They don't want to go straight home, begging for dinner out. At first, I want to say no. Routines matter, school tomorrow. But then, I catch Adam's eye. He just shrugs like, why not? For a second, I almost refuse on principle, but I swallow it down. Figure maybe one dinner won't kill the structure. And maybe it'll prove I can still share the spotlight when it counts. We end up at a family diner, vinyl booths, sticky under the elbows, smell of fries in the air. The boys slide in together, on one side, Adam across from me. We haven't sat like this in years, not since before the divorce. For a moment, it almost feels normal, which makes my chest ache. Kids buzzing, retelling the assembly like we weren't both there. Dad said if you're nervous, you just laugh and keep going. People like you more when you don't act like it's life or death. My youngest nods eagerly, ketchup on his chin. Yeah, Dad says strength is being calm, not bossy. Adam just smirks, sipping his soda, letting their words land. I grip my fork tighter than I mean to, force a smile. Well, you know, I'm the one teaching you the real values here. Discipline, fairness, treating women with respect. That's what matters long term. They shrug like they didn't even hear me, already arguing about who gets the last mozzarella stick. My throat goes dry, sip water to steady myself. Then I blurt it, trying to claw back control. So, which parent do you think you learn more from? The table goes quiet for a second. Adam raises an eyebrow at me, but says nothing. My oldest finally says it, blunt as ever. Dad. My youngest nods without hesitation. Yeah, Dad. He makes stuff simple and fun. My chest seizes up, blood pounding in my ears. Before I can speak, Adam cuts in, calm as always. Hey. Don't say it like that. Your mom teaches you plenty. She keeps things steady, makes sure you're safe. That matters too. He looks at me while he says it, like he's offering me an out. I force a smile, but inside it burns, because even his way of defending me makes him look better. After dessert, kids run ahead to the car, fighting over who gets to call shotgun. Leaves the two of us lingering by the booth, awkward air pressing in. I bend to grab my purse, and Adam leans in, just enough to drop his voice. Listen, maybe tone it down with the lectures, yeah? I don't know what you're trying to prove, but this whole woke values thing, it's not landing with them. Or anyone. I snap upright, glare at him. Excuse me? I'm the one making sure they grow up right. If it were up to you, they'd think life is just games and jokes. He shakes his head, calm as ever. No. If it were up to me, they'd grow up strong, confident, able to think for themselves instead of reciting slogans. My nails dig into the strap of my purse. You think I'm wrong for teaching them respect? He doesn't flinch, just looks me dead in the eye. Respect is real when it's earned. Not when it's forced down their throats. I want to scream, to make a scene right there in the diner, but the kids are already banging on the car windows outside, calling for us to hurry. So I paste on a brittle smile, walk past him without another word. But the worst part is the look on his face as I leave. Not smug, not angry, just certain, like he knows he's already won.